We were looking at townhomes, and then some friends suggested that we come here to an open house, and we both came thinking, yes, we'll go, but we know this is not for us. So we just sat at the open house and heard all of the discussions of what a co-op is, and walked around and saw units and so on, and went home and didn't say anything when we went home. The next morning, we both admitted to each other, this sounds like it would be a good thing.
We had for a number of years spent the winters in Arizona, and that was kind of a fun community, and I saw that there was going to be some of that same lifestyle in the cooperative, and that was attractive to us.
You get to a time in your life when you know you may want to do something else. I mean, taking care of the yard and shoveling the snow and all these things. And I think it actually happened to me one day after I finished mowing the yard. And I had this sense I didn't want to mow the yard anymore. And we didn't want to go into a condominium because we literally take all the assets or the money from the sale of our home and give it back to somebody else. And that's when we noticed in the paper that Real Life had put an ad in there saying they were in the process of building on this site. And they invited us down to one of the Real Life properties in Bloomington, took us down there in the bus, gave us lunch, and let us walk through the building and talk to some of the residents. We were literally ready to buy when we got done. I mean, if we could have signed some papers on the bus coming back, we would have done it. And it was just absolutely everything we wanted, and it ends up obviously being more.
We have many amenities in the building, beautiful library, a big party room, lots of social activities, and again, no maintenance, no outside maintenance, just keeping up your own home. We have beautiful gardens. You just sign up for it and go to town. We have a workshop for men and women. It's not just for men. It does have all the power tools in it, but it's a great place to lay out a quilt pattern, or because you've got the wide open space where you might not have that in your home, where you just have a kitchen counter or a table that you set up. I've personally worked with people where it's taken them maybe 2 or 3 years. They've gotten on the wait list. It's taken them a while. Finally, they made the decision, put the house on the market, moved in, and then they'll come and say, I don't know why I didn't do this 10 years ago.
I don't have to worry about the upkeep on my home. I don't have to worry about cutting the grass. I don't have to worry about having the driveway plowed. I don't have to worry about a leaky faucet, a toilet that doesn't stop running. My worries are just over here. When I'm giving a tour, I try to tell the people about our lifestyle, what we offer here, our catered dinners, and I tell them how wonderful the people are. And we have got a real nice group of people living at Applewood. And I just tell them you'd enjoy it. You'd love it here. I love to travel, and I've traveled a great deal. I don't have to give Applewood a thought. It's all taken care of for me. My mail can be brought in. They check my apartment to make sure that there's not a leaky faucet or water running. I'm just worry-free. It is a lifestyle because we go out together. We have dinners together out in restaurants. We have dinners here, and we have a lot of bicycles downstairs. They bike ride together. They walk around. We have a pond right outside our door, and we walk around the pond every day. It's a lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle.
I can honestly say I feel like I'm in my own home on a street in a town. I feel just as much privacy here as I did in our own home. And people are so respectful of that. We're all owners. Well, that gives such a different perspective. We're not looking and saying, oh, we're just lining their pockets by being conservative. Here we're helping each other. And the whole building belongs to us. So if something's awry someplace, it's to our benefit to have that remedied or pitch in whatever way we can. So I have a board here, and they've been elected by the members who live here, and they live here. And that makes quite a difference. I took costs for maintenance and all of this and looked at that and started just comparing that with what it was costing to live in our home. Then we began to see, so I compared those with living here, and it was really apples to apples.
One of the things that seems to be popular these days is trying to keep people in their own homes as long as possible, and oftentimes that can be isolating. People just don't have neighbors who are there, they don't have family around, whereas if you're living together in a cooperative setting, you do have like family around.
Generally, what I've seen in the cooperative where we live is that people cooperate in terms of being able to serve the group in ways that are of interest to them and ways where they have expertise. And it just all seems to come together very nicely.
One of the nice things is that there is a monthly fee, and this monthly fee includes many things. It includes the mortgage, it includes the interest being paid on the mortgage for the building, it includes many of the services that you receive, it includes maintenance of the facility, it includes some kinds of administration. So your monthly fee includes all of those things, and so you end up not having to have a lot of bills at the end of the month. It's good to have a known kind of fee that you pay, and you don't have to worry about some huge increase. And and we make decisions about that. In the long run, we're putting aside money for things that we may need to replace as the building ages, that sort of thing. And so we're planning and anticipating all of those sorts of things, which I think is a real advantage in cooperative living.
Some of the best things I found out about living in a cooperative is the community spirit, the involvement of people, and the people here were very friendly, very welcoming, very wonderful. I'm a single lady, and I think the amenities here are just absolutely perfect for me. I feel very, very safe living here. It's affordable for a single person to live here, and it's really a wonderful place to be. And it's really a wonderful, safe, warm feeling community, and you do not feel alone. There's always somebody there.
We missed the people back here. I mean, we got so involved in the building. I tell people we have more friends now than we ever had in our life. I mean, really good friends. And so we were gone for maybe a couple of weeks, and we looked at each other, are you ready to go home? Yeah. And, we missed the people back here. And people said, oh, did you miss your family? I said, well, yeah, but we missed the people back here in our building even more. And I think maybe we went one more winter, and we haven't gone away in the wintertime since. And that's very common for a lot of people. It's so easy to stay here because you've got everything you want here. It's got to be a healthful thing. That's just one of the things. It's much healthier to live here because of the companionship that you have.
What we really treasure the most is being in our own home, but having a big room that we could have guests in. It's just a pleasure to walk into such a beautiful place. But I think being able to be on the lake, have this patio out here to enjoy and welcome our guests to, it's just a pleasure to walk into such a beautiful place.
In many cases, you read about where people, when they get retired, they wonder what they're going to do with the rest of their lives. And I think a number of people probably wait too long to live in a senior cooperative and miss some of the real benefits of the social life. Had I known about this lifestyle, we might have done it 6, 8, 10 years sooner.
It gives you a sense of community, a sense of ownership, a sense of opportunity and freedom to not be tied to the kinds of responsibilities you're tied to with private ownership of your own home. The sense of support in a setting where you can be who you are and you can cooperate, you can have friends, you can have coffee, you can do what you want. So plus, the economic advantage too, I think, of being in a cooperative.
Well, I think the ideal candidate is anybody who wants to live a less cluttered lifestyle than they probably do in a house. And I think people who are interested in a form of living which is financially secure, they have an ownership in the cooperative, which is extremely significant. But at the same time, they can live independently in that unit if they want to, or they can be as gregarious as they want to be with other people. And the opportunities for working and just living with other people are multiple. I think probably every cooperative has its own set of things that it can do or that it offers people. But you don't have to be a part of anything if you don't want to be. You can be totally independent. You don't have to show up at the coffee hour. You don't have to show up at the potluck. You don't have to show up at this or that. And still you can be a part of the group and enjoy the benefits of community. That is a rather special community of people who are they're like-minded and they're of the similar age. I recommend the lifestyle. I really do.